Have you ever wondered how close humanity has come to the brink of extinction? Throughout history, there have been a number of man-made events that have brought us dangerously close to the edge. Hi everyone, this is Nikki from the Top 3. In this video, we'll be counting down the top 3 man-made events that could have ended the world as we know it. So buckle up and get ready for a journey through some of the most terrifying near misses in human history. At number 3, the Cuban Missile Crisis. In 1962, the United States and the former Soviet Union came staggeringly close to nuclear war after the USSR began secretly stockpiling missiles in Cuba. The US responded by blockading Cuba and declaring a quarantine of the island. The situation quickly escalated, with both sides coming perilously close to launching their nuclear weapons. Thankfully, cooler heads eventually prevailed, and a diplomatic solution was reached, averting what could have been an unthinkable catastrophe. At number 2, the Chernobyl Disaster. In 1986, a massive explosion at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine released radioactive materials into the environment, resulting in one of the worst nuclear disasters in history. The radioactive fallout affected an estimated 10 million people and caused long-term health problems for many more. The Chernobyl disaster was the worst nuclear power plant accident in history, and it caused widespread environmental and health consequences, including contaminated soil and water, increased rates of cancer and other diseases, and forced evacuations of nearby towns and cities. The disaster also had political and social consequences, leading to increased scrutiny of nuclear power and contributing to the eventual collapse of the Soviet Union. While the area around Chernobyl is still now mostly abandoned, the disaster is still a potent reminder of the destructive power of nuclear energy. And at its rightful place at number 1, false alarm in the USSR. On September 26, 1983, Soviet Lieutenant Colonel Stanislav Petrov was a duty officer at the Soviet Union's early warning station. This facility was tasked with detecting incoming missiles and reporting them to Soviet leadership so that they could be prepared for a nuclear attack. So when Petrov's computer screen showed that 5 inbound missiles had been detected, he had to make a quick decision. If the warnings were accurate, then Soviet leadership would have just minutes to prepare for a retaliatory strike. However, Petrov suspected that the warnings were false and that if he reported them, it could lead to an all-out nuclear war. Working on intuition, he chose to trust his gut and did not report the incoming missiles. It turned out that he was right. The warnings were false and a nuclear war was averted. The Soviet nuclear false alarm incident is just one example of a man-made event that could have ended the world as we know it. Petrov's actions were not publicly acknowledged until several years later, but he has since been recognised as a hero for his calm and rational decision-making in a high-stakes situation. He received several awards for his service and bravery, including the Dresden Prize and the World Citizen Award. As tensions between major superpowers continue to rise, it's more important than ever that we exercise caution and restraint in order to avoid a worldwide catastrophe. And that's it for today. So as always, thank you so much for watching. If you have found value in this content, then please consider clicking the like button, sharing with someone else who would enjoy this video, leaving a comment, and subscribing to the channel for more interesting top 3s in the future. Oh yeah, and one last thing. I went online for some humorous inspiration and found that people are making apocalypse jokes like there's no tomorrow. Too much? Have a great day, everyone.